And now that feels like the Jama we know of the Black Stars, or for the Black Stars, and that's something very familiar. All right, guys. So you're welcome back to the studio, and joining us for this conversation is Nasi. He's a musician and music producer, and of course we saw his song, and that was the last song we saw. The whole Jama feel, the whole that's what I am used to when it comes to blacks. I kind of, you know. Okay, welcome Nasi.
Thank you.
How are you? You're supposed to be in the studio, but how come you're not in the studio? Would have been nice.
There's so many pressures around, so
right.
I think we agreed on at least let me do the Zoom.
Right.
Yeah.
But then again, I love the song. I love the song. It makes me feel like I'm actually watching the matches from the stadium. This is that feel that we are used to.
I think you know.
I think you know that. Anyway,
that's exactly what Ghanaians are used to. So it cannot. Black Star can't go on such tournament and then we kind of ignore our Jama behind. So we kind of we have to do something. So thank God at least we have it.
Okay. So, guys, Echo, how do we even access the official songs of the Black Stars by the Kentos Band and King Promise?
So I feel like the unofficial ones were rather making the waves than the official ones, and it's not because like I have anything against like Kentos Band and like King Promise or anything. I love these are the band and the artists. I love them, but if you like you were saying, like I think off camera we're even talking about it. It's about the energy, like how it's supposed to drive. It's supposed to whip up interest. So the moment you hear it, you don't need to like, I need to like
listen,
know how to sing the song deeply, like pay attention to it. Like the moment I hear it, I should be able to jump on it. So the two official ones do not give you that kind of vibe. You have to like pay attention to it. You have to listen, and so it's like somebody was even saying like as a joke, but somebody was saying that I Can Promise one sounds like a love song,
Well,
and
for me, it did sound like a love song.
Exactly.
It did sound like something I want to be.
Exactly.
And it's coming from Kim Promise.
Exactly.
So because you wanted to whip up interest. I mean, when we had like the Nasi one, even before the song itself came, we were all like jumping and we were all dancing and everything. We we're all excited. Kweku Flick, we we're all jumping and we we're all excited. So, like that's it for me. The two official ones, that's like what the GF has tagged like. These are the official songs for the Black Stars. Do not really whip up interest for me, and for me that didn't really like hit it.
Right.
Because they should have given it to like this. Probably Nasi or Kweku Flick. One of them would have done a great job.
So over to you. What do you think about the unofficial ones? Because obviously you are the football person here, you are the sports person here, so you know the kind of vibe or the kind of feel that we want to feel, or the Black Stars want to feel, or even the supporters want to feel.
I think I'm not surprised with the 10 of events. It's very rare to have an official song and the unofficial song get people to vibe with, because you look at, for instance, the 2010 World Cup. I think that was the one World Cup that had the official song being a hit and the unofficial song also being a hit. So you look at the 2010 official song, the Shakira's Waka Waka.
Yeah.
That was a hit. Then the unofficial song, the Canaan song, when I get older, I will be stronger, waving flag. That was the one situation.
Oh, that was unofficial?
That was on an official song.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was for Coca-Cola.
Oh.
So it was unofficial, but the official song was the Shakira song. So that's the one time you have the unofficial song and the official song meeting the mark or hitting the mark. But the 2014 World Cup, for instance, the J-Lo and Pitbull song, it didn't really hit. But you also had Shakira come back with the La 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 song.
Yeah.
That unofficially, that was a hit. So with this one, the unofficial songs are hits in the grand scheme of things. They are the hit songs. But you look at the official songs, I think in the grand scheme of things, they missed the mark.
Yeah.
But they have a place for it, if I can put it that way. So for instance, you listen to the King Promise song. When you listen to it in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really hit the mark. You can't really vibe to it. But when there's a slow montage of the players training, of the players sitting in their in the aeroplane, flying all over the place,
then you
checking into their hotel.
Yeah.
It connects. It's the same thing with the Kentos one.
Yeah.
Aquabwa, the same. In the grand scheme of things, I thought it was off, but the GFA posted a video on their official page where the players were going through their routine training, and the video was slow paced, and they slapped the Aquabwa video in the background, and it fell in line. So in the grand scheme of things, those official songs, they don't really hit the mark, but they have a place where they do fall in line.
Yeah.
And for me, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, the Kweku Flick one, it checks the box. The Nasi one, yes, it checks the box because it has that Jama vibe.
So basically, right now the unofficial songs are winning.
Yes, they are winning, and so and it's quite unsurprising because most of the time you have the unofficial songs being a hit more than the official songs.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut you there, and I forgot to actually introduce our cocktail. I know you want to drink something, so our cocktail of the week is a goblet of trills inspired by the movie The Agency, which we're going to be seeing some of the cast today later on the show, and the ingredients are coconut juice, pineapple juice, apple juice, lime juice, and of course Good Day Energy drink. Remember that Good Day Energy drinks are the sponsor of this show. It keeps you going, and obviously the cocktails fueled by Brews Services. Okay, so now let's talk about what goes into the productions of these songs. I mean, Nasi, obviously you have your own song too. So what went into the production of the song?
Okay, from our point, what went into the production is first we got a motivation from the audience, the fans. And which, when we hit the studio, a lot of thinking will definitely go on before you be able to, strike a chord. So we had to put a lot of, thinking and consulting a lot of, because I'm not a football fan. So most of the ideas I may not be able to put them out if I don't consult. So definitely I had to consult some friends, and which they were able to help, and then my manager as well also help. And we call a couple of guys to do the whole production and drumming, and if it's about the production, that's a drumming, live guitars, bass, and horns, as the Jama vibes says. So that we'll be able to, get the drive.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that we did to get that's a production of what we did to produce a song.
Right. So, but should these national songs be easy to sing? Do you think they should be easy to sing?
It should, because this is the time that we don't have time. Everybody is busy doing so many things, and we know what the system that we find ourselves in as well. So people are so much, busy and hot. So you don't need to give them a lot of things that they have to spend much time to think about before they learn how to sing. And the Jama song doesn't have any formula. It should be immediately you vibe it. Somebody should just sing along. They should know the line you are, going, and they should sing along with you. So it shouldn't be difficult at all. And that is if you really understand how football Jama phrase is, you will know what to do. So it shouldn't be difficult at all.
Right. Okay. All right. So obviously, this whole brouhaha is just because Samini tweeted and his displeasure about the songs that were put out there. The official songs that were put out there. But now let's check out Samini's own song, because after expressing himself, he actually dropped a song. So let us check out his song.
Jump and wave, time for Africa, wanna jump and wave, jump and wave, jump and wave. Hello, every street and every ghetto. I'm on top of the mountain screaming hello. We have the flag them, Vuvuzela in the air, and let's go, yeah. From the hottest continent
Oh well, it seems like this was more of win Africa,
Yeah.
Africa than win Ghana, which I find very interesting. But then let us check out the tweets that started this conversation. So the new Black Stars song, though, do we have to learn it before the World Cup? Whoever chose it probably wrote it. Hey, track neye. Wait, please read that.
Hey, track na yasa.
Hey, a few of us could have done a better job at that, Charlie.
Anami Bodam.
Anami Bodam. Oh my
I'm going
God.
crazy.
But Vim, still the boys go Ghana. Wow. And there's another one too. I did Germany 2006. Performed the official song at the closing ceremony at SA 2010, 2014 was Yawa, and 2018 we know fit go. Been there, done that, forget hype. The moral of the statement is beyond politics. Typos and grammatical errors remain the fact that the track is whack in my opinion. And, okay. So after he tweeted that, King Promise actually, replied him. So let's check out King Promise's reply. Long live the idols. May they never be our rivals. Ow. Oh. Okay, I felt that deep inside. This is the point. I could just shrink. But hey, anyway, do you think those tweets were actually for clout to drop his own song? Or do you think maybe there's a bit of bitterness right inside that, okay, they should have chosen me instead of everybody else?
Controversy sells. Controversy sells. And the fact that he was able to back his claim up with a song that was quite vibely, I think, yes, he had to put something out there to get the conversation going. Then people will be going like, oh, okay, you've criticized Ken Promise's song, you've criticized Keto's band song. What are you doing, or what have you done to promote a song that you have, or you can provide for the national team? And so, yeah, I think it was pretty planned because let's face facts, Samini has been around and been in and around this industry for a long time. He knows what he's doing. He's very intentional about everything that he does, and he's played this game for far too long to just do this in just vacuum. I think it's all connected. The dots were connected, and he laid the breadcrumbs in the lead up to he releasing that song. And so for me, I think it was orchestrated. But I disagree with him for the choice of words. I'm saying that that thing. I think he went a little bit overboard. You could have just criticized and Promise's song and said, "Oh, you are not really vibing to the song. You're not really feeling the vibe."
Or you don't even need to criticize because you really don't need to bring people down to raise yourself up. You could have just dropped your own.
Like I said, controversy sells, and so by putting out that tweet, yes, that created the controversy. That started a firestorm. I honestly disagree with him just on the fact that the choice of words were a little bit harsh, knowing very well that Ken Promise is a younger dude than you. He looked up to you when he was growing up musically, and because you were pretty much the king for like 6-7 years, and for him to come at a young guy like Ken Promise, who's got this good gig going for him, I think it was a little bit of a low blow. His choice of words were poor, and I'm disappointed that he came out in such a manner. But I get him. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. I believe he could have gone about it in a less harsh way. You can be controversial, but be a little bit less harsh, knowing very well that you are dealing with a younger lad, a guy who looked up to you whilst growing up in this music industry.
Right.
And if I'll add just a little bit to it, I feel like sometimes it's so unfair and so, I think in my opinion, unprofessional for a creative to criticize another creative in this manner. Because imagine in 2006, if somebody also tweeted the same way about you, and I've not been in this space for that long, but in this short time I've spent in this space, you can see that a lot goes into like creativity work. Like this creative work, a lot goes into it, like sitting down, writing songs and everything. Maybe you have been gifted with being able to write songs, like just stand and do a freestyle, but somebody has to put in a lot of work. So to come and criticize it, it smacks of some bitterness in there. You know, like, oh, and he even said it that we could have done a better job.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's, for me, I respect him. He's a legend in the game, but
But
he could have done, yeah, he could have done way better. He could have dealt with this way better, and that's it for me. He shouldn't like do this just to release his song, because now you didn't even release a song for the Black Stars.
You did it for
Africa. So you know, why were you saying that you could have done a better job and everything? We respect you. 2006, I love that song. Like, I've been up to now, I still love that song. Come on, Ghana, Black Star. I love that song even up until today. So yeah, I respect him, but that was like, I don't think it was needful.
Right. So Nasi, how much do you think that these songs actually add to the excitement on, you know, Black Stars being at the World Cup?
First of all, I think I would like to say something about the Samini thing before we jump to that part. One, in Samini's tweet, I think he did not mention King Promise's name, right?
No, he didn't mention anybody.
So before he will tweet that, then there was Akpabwa, there was Kantu's band, there was Kweku Flake, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So all of them. So why are we connecting Samini's tweet to King Promise song? So I think we need to correct that, because he didn't mention anybody's name. It could be any of them.
It could have been any of the songs.
You see, it could be any of them. And then, you know, we should also forget that I think I would love to see the lady's face, the host face. Don't forget, always even did that. It gives me wow. So.
Right.
Yeah. So you see, before, and then also there's the gentleman in there said that he feels that being an artist, he shouldn't criticize another artist. I think it takes a footballer to analyze a good footballer or a good player. So Samini, being a legend in this industry or in this music industry, he definitely knows what he's talking about. But which I agree with another jet, that's maybe the choice of words. That's what brought this whole kind of confusion. But I think he did his criticisms. He criticized the song or whatever field that people were putting out there. He also came out with something that is also beautiful. To me, I think all the songs are very beautiful. Before, you made mention of how the song is being used in different ways, which it fits that mood. And when you go to the park as well, that one, the mood is also different.
Yeah.
So I think they could have just say, okay, we need so many, maybe a couple of songs to get this whole thing go. But maybe the target was that move, preparation to the park. And maybe they didn't get the vibe on the park. That is the only thing that they didn't get. So, and also to my question is, our songs or whatever song that we record for our team, it brings us together, it unifies us.
Right.
And also it motivates the players as well. And also, especially the fans that are also watching. You know, just last Wednesday, we all saw how unified Ghanaians, at the beginning, were kind of, people were not having so much hope or happy. There was not much excitement in this whole thing. But I think when we also brought our own, which we added to what has already been released, most of the people said that, we've done something that I think they were waiting for.
Right.
So it tells you that, yes, the song really unifies us. It brings us together. It lifts our spirits up when a tournament like this, we are going. I mean, to me, I saw this thing as we are going for war. So we need something that, you don't need to waste time, straightforward, hit the point and let's go. So the key point is unifies us. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on this segment. It was really nice having you. And once more, I want to congratulate you on your song. It's a very great song. It keeps us jamming.
Thank you,
and we
too.
can't wait to even jam to it on Monday. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. But before I let you go, who's going to win on Monday?
Thank you for having me.
You guys tell me who's going to win. We don't really have time. I have to wrap up right now. Ghana.
See, I'm telling you, this Sunday, this Monday, they are scoring, they are doing this.
All right.
I think I'll go in for a draw.